my goodness, what an insane week. Insane week! And it's only Wednesday. Oh my god, I can't take it. Oh, craziness. I feel like that's the theme for the week, is craziness. How much can we take? How much craziness can we deal with before we finally just snap like celery, right? Like, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Yeah, absolutely, positively, absolutely crazy. What I wanted to talk about today was escapist behaviors in relationships and checking out of relationships, because I've experienced this, and it seems to be culturally acceptable now, which is wrong. Very, very wrong. Crappily wrong. And it's frustrating. Escapist behaviors, you know, most people normally think of going out, ignoring stuff at home, you know, and all the country songs. The guy spends more time at the bar with his friends than he does home with his kids. Like, that's, you know, Tracy Chapman's Fast Cars, right? So escapist behaviors are actually pretty... They're normal things that we can see. You know, guys that are addicted to video games, women addicted to romance novels. And I use the term addicted loosely, obviously. It's an escape from reality. Whatever it is, whether it's drinking, smoking, partying, you know, reading, it's disconnecting from this world and plugging into another world. Okay, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to do than traveling to the Bahamas, and usually a little bit cheaper, which is good on one half, because it's important to disconnect every once in a while, you know, for yourself and your mental health and that sort of thing. But it's super important to reconnect at some point, basically. Like, you can't just stay in that other world, you know. You still have bills to pay, you still have, you know, all the stuff that you have to do, like laundry and dishes and, you know, feeding the dogs and cleaning up the dog, like all those normal things we have to do. We don't really get a choice. Like, we don't. It sucks, but we don't. And a lot of people, I find, well, rather, more and more people I find are checking out of their relationships with escapist behavior and then never checking back in, just whatever. And I think that speaks to the whole hookup culture, because we're in it for the quick and easy gratification, and then we don't want to have to do the hard work. And I mean, really, who does, right? But that's the point of investing in your relationship. Now, the problem with checking out of a relationship is normally the person that has checked out doesn't see it. And the person that is dealing with the person that has checked out is too busy dealing with taking care of everything else, like the housework, like the bills, like the kids, like everything else in life, that they don't necessarily realize the person is checked out. They just are extremely busy, stressed, overwhelmed, and then become angry and resentful and hurt. I would even argue that checking out is more damaging than cheating. Well, now everyone's going, oh, but cheating's cheating. No, cheating is societally accepted as bad. It is an excuse to leave. Checking out, because the person may seem on the outside to other people outside the relationship like, oh, he's going out with his friends. Oh, he's just kicking back and relaxing. Or, oh, she's drinking a bottle of wine and enjoying her soap operas. That's perfectly normal. Well, it may be perfectly normal in some scenarios, but really not in a lot anymore. Everyone is so connected to their phones that we forget to connect to each other. Really, it's yeah. And so once you're unplugged from a relationship, it is extremely, extremely difficult to plug back in. And in most cases, you wouldn't want to anyway, because the person that's checked out hasn't checked back in. So even if you were to do everything and invest in your relationship the most that you could, it wouldn't matter, because you're still just one person in a relationship instead of two. And that is the point. Gracious. Now my computer's acting up. Everything's acting up today. This isn't working. Gracious. Yeah. So what do we do? Realistically speaking, if it comes down to a choice between you and another person, choose you. Period. End of conversation. Like, really, there's nothing else to say about that. Not everyone is going to understand, you know, why did you leave that person? Well, they weren't around. Well, of course they were around. Well, sure, they were around on their phone, ignoring the kids, talking to their friends, and, you know, all the stuff that seems wonderful unless you're actually paying attention. Then yeah, that's not the relationship that I want. I don't know if that's the relationship that you want. That's not the relationship I want. So after you've pointed out to the person that, wow, this sun's like whoosh, whoosh. After you've pointed out to the person that they're disconnected, for the most part, they probably won't accept it or care or realize or care to realize, because they're escaping from something, right? And if they haven't fixed that problem, well, then they can't even deal with your relationship issues. Or maybe they're escaping from the relationship, you know, and it's their way of ghosting. Except it's hard to ghost in a marriage, right? Well, not if you check out. Not if you check out. And I see a lot of this happening. Like, legitimately see a lot of this happening. Sorry, people are messaging me on the Facebook page. Yay, hi, Facebook people. And it's not right. Not acceptable. This is not acceptable relationship. We wouldn't accept this from our friends. We wouldn't accept this from our family. So why are we accepting this from our partner? Why? Why? Do we deserve better? Yes. Yes. Should we look for better? Sure, if you want. Don't necessarily need to, but you need to get out of the situation that you're in now if this is what's happening. They say that it takes a big change to kind of quick start somebody, but that's not your job. Your job is to take care of you. And if you have to pick between you and somebody else, always pick you. Period. End of conversation. You're responsible for you. Well, and, you know, kids and fur babies, but obviously they're with you. So it's cool. You can't, this isn't a problem we can fix. This isn't, you know, doll up and dress up in lingerie and parade around and get somebody's attention. No, because it's not going to work. They're checked out. They're gone. Emotionally, mentally, physically, they gone. You know, and it's very hard to recover from that versus cheating. Cheating, somebody betrayed you, destroyed your relationship. That's great. Checking out, they left. They're gone. They may still be sitting on the couch playing on their phone, but they're gone. They're not here. They're not in your relationship. They're not participating in any meaningful way at all. That's checked out. And that's shitty. That's yeah, that's really shitty. It is. Because there's no recourse for that. Because you can't say, "Oh, I'm leaving him. He's checked out." Everyone would look at you like you're absolutely crazy. You know? It's and it is crazy because I've started to see more people talk about this, and it goes folded back into, you know, investing in your relationship and investing in yourself. And, you know, you can love somebody all you want, but if they're not returning the love, what's the point, right? Obviously this is different with kids and teenagers, but with your partner in a mature, responsible, monogamous relationship, or polyamorous, whatever, no judgments. My point being, if you're in a dedicated relationship, you can't check out. You can't. And they say a lot of this happens when, you know, somebody is diagnosed with a medical issue, somebody has severe bouts of depression, and the other person just can't handle it, or the person that's been diagnosed can't handle it, you know, and that's, I'm sure that makes perfect sense. but you still completely left somebody alone to take care of everything. And that's crappy, especially when you're that person. I'd like people to be more aware, because I think this is something we should be talking about with our friends and family. The person that feels desperately alone needs somebody. And if it's not their partner, maybe you can offer up some love and attention and help, you know. It seems silly, but, you know, no love is wasted. And if somebody needs a smile, lend them yours, right? Anyhow, it's computer work. I gotta get some work done. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. I got some other really good topics coming up. If I can get all the script taken care of. Stuff to look forward to. Okay, I love you. Bye.